A new feature in 2024 R2 is the ability to update a outbound scale ticket with destination quantities after that ticket has been applied to a sales contract. In prior versions of Leverage, in order to update the sales contract quantities, you would first have to unapply the sales contract, update it with the destination weights, and then reapply the sales contract to those tickets. In Leverage 2024 R2, you will now have the ability to enter those destination weights and grades on an outbound ticket after the ticket has been applied to a sales contract. And if the contract is set to use destination weights or grades, the discounts and fees will be recalculated and the new destination values are applied to the contract. So let's take a look at how that is. I've got a sales contract in the system here. So we're going to go to commodity accounting, outbound contract, and look at the sales contract. I have an outbound contract here for ADM. And you notice here it's a 25,000 bushel contract. And we have 1959.31 applied to it. Now, the contract is for destination weights to govern and destination grades to govern. So we will want to put in the destination weights and grades in order to get an accurate accounting on that scale ticket. So the first thing we'll do is let's do a create an outbound scale ticket to apply to that contract. So I'm going to go to a commodity accounting, outbound scale tickets. And we are going to, I've already created a scale ticket here. We've got this ticket. Well, you know what? I'm going to create a brand new one. So we'll do a new ticket for some corn. And it is going to be to ADM, create the ticket. And we'll make a nice, easy 1,000 bushel ticket. Gross weight, tare weight. And that's all we'll do for now. And we will save that scale ticket. And then we will go ahead and let's apply that outbound ticket to a sales contract. So I clicked on the apply button and now we have that ticket. I'm going to select the scale ticket and notice the contract with an open quantity now of 23,040.69. And I'm going to go ahead and apply that. And since we don't have the destination weights and grades yet, it's going to use the origin weights for now and go ahead and apply that contract. So that will bring the remaining quantity down to 22,040.69. Okay, so we deliver that contract and we deliver that scale ticket that finally makes it to its destination. And maybe it's a day, maybe it's 2 days later, but we do finally get the destination weights and grades back. So typically we would import those weights and grades into the system, but we'll do it by hand for purposes of this demonstration. So I'm going to pull up ticket number 30, and there's our 80,000, there's our 1,000 bushels for our origin weights. I'm going to add a grades scale certificate for the destination. So I am going to give it a destination certificate number. And the gross weight at the destination, let's say it was only 75,000, just to make an extreme example. And the tare weight was 26,000, making a net quantity now of 875. So we shipped 1,000, but they only received 875. And that's kind of an extreme example, but it should illustrate what we're looking for here. So I'm going to hit OK. And now, after we've entered in that weight certificate for the destination, the next step to be able to update that ticket and say, hey, these are the actual weights, is we go ahead and click the apply destination. And now when we apply that destination weights and grades, the contract has now been updated with the destination quantity. So instead of seeing that 22,040 quantity, the open quantity on that contract, we will now see the 22,165, which is reflects the delivered quantity from that scale ticket. And we can just click here on the sales contract. We can look at the scale tickets and we can see the quantities that were used to apply to the contract. So again, as part of a couple of rules involved with this feature. One is if the ticket has been applied, we can apply the destination weights and grades before the ticket has been applied to a contract. It just updates that, and when the ticket is applied to the contract is updated. But if the ticket has already been applied to the contract, it will update the contract quantity when you push that update the destination quantities button. And also, but if that contract or if that ticket, that outbound ticket has been invoiced, we've already sent the invoice, we can still update the destination weights and grades, but it will not recalculate the net quantity or the discounts involved with that. So that's one of the rules involved. And there's also a new setting that we've added to the ticket to help determine whether or not you want to require that the destination weights and grades be entered before you invoice that outbound ticket. And that under commodity accounting, we're going to go to setup. And we're going to go to commodity accounting parameters. Under the commodities tab, the contract. And we have a new setting here called require destination for invoicing. So I have my system set up that if I have a destination contract, that is destination weights and grades to govern, that the system is going to require that I have the destination weights and grades entered before I can invoice it. If you don't want that to be a requirement, you can simply turn that off, and then you can invoice on origin weights, even if the contract is a destination weights and grades contract. So again, probably recommend having that turned on. So in summary, Leverage 2024 R2 has been enhanced to allow the entry of destination weights and grades and update that sales contract even after the contract has been applied to the ticket without having to unapply and reapply the contract. The system will take care of that automatically as part of that new feature.